Hey sweeties, I am in Miami. I'm waiting to get on my cruise ship tomorrow, and yes, I'm traveling Carnival, so pray for me. Actually, by the time I upload this video, it'll be like a couple days after my cruise, so hopefully I make it back. Yeah, we're cruising to the Bahamas, we're going to Nassau, we're going to Half Moon Cay and the Grand Turk, which I'm really excited. This is my second cruise, so what I decided to do was like a little video for you guys on things that you should pack for a cruise. Now, my last cruise, granted, was probably 8 years ago, if that, maybe like 8 years ago, but it wasn't on a Carnival cruise. It was on a cruise called like the SS Ocean Mist, which is like a generic cruise, and it was some kind of timeshare thing where they tried to make you buy a timeshare, which was a joke. And the first thing I'm going to recommend that you bring on a cruise ship is eat something for motion sickness. I got terribly sick on my first cruise. I mean terribly sick. And if you've ever been seasick, it's kind of like if you ever rode like the Tilt-A-Whirl or Scrambler, one of those Carnival rides that keep going in circles, and you get really sick when you get off and you feel like you want to vomit, you're like wobbly. It feels like that, plus it feels like you're like excessively drunk. So when you're like walking, you just like, you can't get any kind of comfort. It is horrible. So that I took Dramamine on the ship, but by that time I was already so sick. I did not think for a second that I would get seasick, but I did. So I would highly recommend getting something for motion sickness like Dramamine. There's a medication called Bonnie that you can get, but what I ended up doing was going to my doctor and asking for these little patches that you can put behind your ear. You have to have a prescription for them, just like a little dot that goes behind your ear, and it's supposed to keep you from getting motion sick. And the thing about these is you can still have alcohol while you have these on, so, and they won't make you drowsy and stuff like that. Well, it actually says may cause drowsiness, so alcohol may intensify, but the reason I wanted to get these was because I read reviews online and they said that this was the best thing that will make you not get sick, and you can, you know, and tired, because you don't want to be tired on your cruise. So actually, yeah, these are called Transderm Baxmedeł. I don't even know how to say it, but yeah, highly recommend that. That's the first thing. You don't want to end up on a cruise, and mine's a 5-day cruise. You don't want to end up on a cruise and be like deathly sick. It was such a pretty day outside today. I'm in my hotel room at the DoubleTree, which this is my first time ever staying at a DoubleTree hotel, and oh my gosh, they handed us a cookie when we first got in, and I was instantly in love. That was like the best cookie ever, like I've ever put in my mouth. And we went down yesterday, like, can we buy some of those cookies? And they're like, well, if you're a guest, you get them for free. So I was like, But the bad thing is they put how many calories, the nutritional facts on the back. There's like 300 and some calories in one cookie. So yeah, not good for a diet. Second thing that I highly recommend, or that you will need, if you don't have it, you probably won't be on the ship going, is like a passport. And if you don't have a passport and you're going on a cruise, you need to get it ASAP because it takes a while for this to come in. So you need a passport. If you're in the military, you can use your military ID, but you also need a birth certificate, which I could have done that because I have a military ID, but definitely have your birth certificate if you're in the military. Now, I laid out on the bed some things I suggest you bring. I'm also going to do a fashion video for a cruise of some of the fashion or some of the outfits I'm going to be wearing, and also I'm going to just like take video of the cruise and what we do. The first thing that I really am excited about doing is snorkeling. I've never done that before, and the Bahamas is going to be a perfect place because the water is so pretty and like crystal blue. So excited about that, but I'm going to get started showing you some of the suggestions that I have for taking on a cruise. Okay, here's a couple of suggestions I have. Bring a small purse. You don't want to have a big purse on your shoulder while you're, you know, looking around shopping and going all these places. I have this little Coach carrier that I use all the time. Love that. And here's a little plain purse that'll go with anything that I have that my friend Angie let me borrow. I didn't want to go crazy. But yeah, totally bring something small that's you don't have to hold on your shoulder, that's going to be really heavy. I brought 2 pairs of sunglasses. I brought a pair of aviators that are silver and a pair of brown ones. That way they can kind of like go with whatever I have to wear. You don't want to pack an excessive amount of stuff because you want to have room in your suitcase to bring back gifts. I brought a scrunchie because I highly recommend sleeping with your hair up at night. That way your hair won't get broken off as bad. Okay, definitely bring some Clorox wipes, some kind of disinfectant for the cruise. Our cabin has a whirlpool tub in it, so I want to make sure that everything's clean. Bring hand sanitizer, which you can carry with you in your purse. Okay, I brought baby wipes just generally for cleaning anything that I want, and makeup remover wipes. These wipes are awesome because they don't take up a whole lot of room. They're not real heavy, and they're convenient. You can just toss them. Okay, BB cream. I'm a huge fan now. This is the Physicians Formula Super BB Cream. These have SPF in them, so they protect you. They're moisturizing, they're light, everything that you'll need right here. You definitely want to protect yourself. I think this has SPF 30 in it. And that brings me to my next thing. Definitely purchase some sunscreen. This one is SPF 50 for my face. I'm not real tan right now, so I'm on the cruise. It's a very good chance that I may get burnt, so I'm definitely going to be spraying myself with sunscreen. This one's SPF 30 Ultra Protection. Just in case, you may want to bring something for sunburn relief in case you do get sunburned, because that'll be very miserable. Okay, the next thing I brought, and I don't know if you're like me, but when water gets in my ears, it hurts, so I'll get an earache at night. So I brought some swimmer ear stuff, swim ear, to get that out. Recommend that. Okay, you might be wondering, what are these little things? I bought these little containers at Dollar Tree, and I actually bought 2. Or actually bought 10, but I have 2 here. One has my cold cream. The bottom one has my cold cream for cleaning my face. The top one has my moisturizer. I ended up putting them in these little containers so they don't take up as much room. At the end of my trip, I'll probably end up tossing them because once I get on the airplane, they may be like, what she's trying to smuggle in here. You know, probably just end up tossing them. The next thing I recommend doing is with your like hair products, if they're like oily, things like that, toothpaste and stuff, put them in a Ziploc bag. That way they don't leak all over your other stuff. And that's my Brazilian keratin therapy. I like that stuff. It makes my hair shiny and smell like coconut. Okay, you know that I purchased, if you follow me on my channel, I did a Lush haul, and this is one of the products I purchased. It's one of the shampoo bars, and I ended up putting it in a Ziploc bag. I have a little metal container for it, but I was kind of worried when I get in the airport that it might send off a signal or something. I might get it confiscated for having metal in there, so I don't know how that, if they would take it out or not. But anyways, this is the red one that smells like big red chewing gum. It's supposed to stimulate growth in your hair. But it's one of the shampoo bars, which I really like. They last, the little travel sizes of shampoo may not last as long as I need, because I use a good bit of shampoo in my hair, so I love these. These last for like 70 washes, I think, or something like that. So yeah, I put that in a Ziploc bag. There's all the little travel things I got. Travel hairspray. Actually, again, I was in such a hurry when I purchased these 2 things, thinking they were both hairspray. I didn't read the labels, but it looked like a hairspray bottle, but guess what? They were both mousse. So now I got to go out in Miami and try to find some little travel hairsprays. So no one needs 2 things of mousse for a little 5-day, well, week-long trip. Anyways, definitely read the labels when you buy stuff. I'm bringing my satin pillowcase. I didn't bring my pillow, obviously that's too big. But I'm definitely bringing my satin pillowcase. It's soft on my head. It'll make me more comfortable like home. I'm going over here. Turning off the AC for a minute. It's blowing right in my face. Okay. But yeah, bring your little travel size things. This is my travel size body wash. Oatmeal and shea butter. Okay, another thing. You're going to be in a cabin with your, family, your husband, and it's going to be like a romantic trip. And those cabins are small, and they have your own restroom, but I definitely highly recommend bringing an air freshener. This one's one from Scentsy. It's in a plastic bottle, so it shouldn't set off the metal detector. And it's just a spray. There's nothing more unromantic than a stinky bathroom. And, well, there's my bathing suit tops. And I brought my bathrobe, which I'm in love with, just for when I get out of the shower, wrap around when you go into the pool. So, yeah, those are some things that I highly recommend you bring. Highly, highly recommend them. And that is all I have for now. Please stay tuned for my fashion video and my video from the cruise. And I'll let you guys know how it goes. See ya!